Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about what teas and tisanes to drink to reduce anxiety and how there's very simple biohacks in the tea world that will help you lower these things. Now before we begin, if you haven't been here, we're in Green/New Braunfels, Texas, halfway between San Antonio and Austin. Come visit us if you're ever in this area. We'd like to meet you. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so these episodes come fresh to you. Post a comment. If you want to buy tea online, come buy tea online. All right, so what do we know? We know that anxiety is pretty pervasive and prevalent in America today, especially among the younger generations, probably maybe because they're always on social media, but it's a major problem. And we do have an episode here on a guide to tisanes. And one of the episodes we had on which tisanes to drink if you suffer from anxiety. I'm just gonna talk about today like things that I do personally so I don't have to be on prescription drugs. And one of them is drinking an inordinate amount of tea. And why is that exactly? So, of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice here. What do we do know? We know that the microbiome is very important in our gut health. We know that 50% of dopamine is made in the gut. We know 90% of serotonin, which is our main mood neurotransmitter, is made in the gut. Dopamine is the feel-good kind of hormone that's made in the gut. So we know, like before we broach tea, that just keeping that gut health well stabilized is great so we can avoid dysbiosis and leaky gut syndrome. So how do we do these things? Well, antibiotics, of course, destroy our pathogenic bacteria. So if you have like an infection somewhere, but they also destroy your probiotic or good bacteria. So that's maybe not want to be taken a lot of antibiotics, but just eating a lot of prebiotic foods. Prebiotic foods are foods, mostly fruits and vegetables, but there's certain fruits and vegetables that are really prebiotic, like unripened bananas and asparagus and leeks. These feed our probiotic bacteria in our gut. And 90% of the cells in us and on us are not human. So we have a lot of fungus and bacteria that are living in our skin and in our gut and in our orifices that are beneficial. So we want to keep them healthy. So eating a lot of probiotic or fermented foods and drinks help. So like Greek yogurt, kimchi, pu'er, kombucha, kefir, these things help. Eating a lot of prebiotic foods, staying away from, of course, sugar and all these things help. What else helps with anxiety? Would be exercise, right? Talking to people, communicating with people. If there's certain things you're anxious about, exposure therapy, as hard as that is, to confront whatever you're anxious about, does help. Taking magnesium at night, or kava root if you want, these things are great. Turning off your phone, all these things. Don't sweat the small stuff, like people who are nervous about a plane crashing when they get on a plane. You worrying about the plane crashing isn't going to affect the outcome of the plane crashing. What's going to affect the outcome of the plane crashing is the pilot and the mechanics. So you worrying about something that's out of your control doesn't really help. But that being said, people who suffer from anxiety, they know this intellectually, what I just said, but they're still anxious. So I'll tell you what I do. So I have to work out in the morning before I get to the tea shop. So I wake up, I go to the gym, and I do a lot of cardio. I've always been a runner. I used to be formerly overweight. We have a channel here called 100 Pounds Off for 30 years. I do a lot of videos over there talking about the ways to keep your weight off. So running, but all types of exercise, but running gives you that runner's high. So I start the day with this dopamine kick, the feel-good hormone. You feel it. Like after I run, I'm just like high. Though I don't know what marijuana high is, but you just feel good. Then before I go work out, I'm drinking pu'er on the way to the gym. Then when I get to the tea shop, I drink ginger right when I do it. I normally do my recordings here right when I get here, like around 9 in the morning. So then I start drinking tea. And throughout the day, a session is how many times you reinfuse those leaves. I normally do 3 infusions in a session of 4 different teas. So between 9 and like 3, I'm drinking tea. Now, what does tea have that coffee doesn't have and practically every other food and drink on this planet? What does it have? L-theanine. What does L-theanine do? We have an episode here, but in short, L-theanine relaxes you. It helps with anxiety. All 6 categories from the Camellia sinensis plant have a lot of L-theanine, but in particular, greens, yellows, and blacks have a lot. You can look this up on PubMed. And in the greens, of course, the creme de la creme, the shaded greens, like Gyokra and matcha, have even more. So I'm just drinking tea all day. This is what you might have heard the term being tea drunk or tea high. There's nothing like psychoactive in tea. It's not like pot. But it's the L-theanine in it. So L-theanine is only really found in rose petals, mushrooms. That's pretty much it, right? So people supplement with L-theanine to calm down. You could just be drinking tea all day. Just drink tea all day. So I get the dopamine relaxing hit from working out. Then boom, I augment that with just drinking tea all day. So just chill. And then around 3, I stop drinking tea and I'll go to a tisane or 2. Normally, if you really want to keep that L-theanine high, drink rose petals. Drink rose petals because that will help as well. And then what I do at night is I don't really drink anything because I'm worried I'm going to wake up and pee because I've been drinking so much tea throughout the day. So I really kind of stop my fluid intake around 5 or 6 o'clock. And then you do all the sleep hygiene like I mentioned, right? You turn off your electricity, or I should say your electronic devices. You use red lights or salt lamps so you don't have any blue light coming on. You do sleep hygiene like take magnesium, warm bath, put your room very cold, 64 to 66 degrees, pitch black room. Don't sweat the small stuff and all these things like that. So guys, if you want to like find just a way to kind of lower your anxiety without having to take all the benzos like Xanax and Ativan and all these drugs, because they do have side effects, just drink a lot of tea and exercise. Take care of your microbiome and do good sleep hygiene. Don't sweat the small stuff. And if you have anxious things in your life that you can take out of your life or avoid them, then avoid them. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.